G'day there and welcome back to the $100,000 crypto challenge. It's been a sea of up only with this Santa rally in full swing, and in this video I will share all of my trades and my thoughts as we head into January's spot Bitcoin ETF decision. Please note that the information contained in this video is not financial advice and is purely for entertainment purposes. In today's video, the portfolio today, recent buys and sells, a close look at Seedify, Pay Network, Beam, and of course a wrap up with the Bitcoin and ETH outlook and my 2-week plan moving forward into Christmas. The portfolio today, 220,751. It's been a big move since the last video of about 140, something like 140k. Paid network in red here. I did sell some paid. My average entry was 2.4 cents. I did pick some up at 1.2 cents and I let about $17,000 worth go at 23, just over 23 cents, about a 9.5x on my average entry. DAO maker down here. I have bought some DAO maker once paid really took off, once Seedify really took off. I kind of thought, Launchpads is going to be the play here. Bought some DAO maker. I've gone to KuCoin to buy it at 90 cents. As soon as I went to press buy, big move, went up to 97. Tried to chase it, just gave up. Got an average entry of $1. I bought 10,000 of those for $10,000. I haven't staked my DAO maker tokens. There are some good IDOs coming up, but I just want to have the option to sell going to Christmas, which means I can't stake because they have a 30-day lockup on those. What else have we got on the portfolio? Maple. My entry on Maple was $5.65. I did sell $5,000 worth of it at $22.80. I did keep just over 240 of those Maple tokens, but was happy with that sell given prices retraced significantly since then. Crown I picked up at 64 cents. Brodotto is a Gamblify play. I'm not the biggest fan of Gamblify. I don't particularly like this project, but they say that they're going to be in the game, which is Hustle's banter show, next week to do an AMA. So figured take a shot, see how that goes. And of course, Crown is, I'm told, sponsored by Kentucky Derby, NFT horse racing game, kind of like a better D race. Last page of the portfolio, Shrapnel I picked up at 28.5 cents. Basically, I missed big time. I was watching that for a while. Just was a day late to get in at 20 cents. It took off to almost $1. Didn't want to miss out on this one, so 28.5. I kind of chased it for a little bit and just went ahead and bought $2,000 worth. It's up about 29% since then. Something else that I've picked up since the last video was a Nexus Gaming lifetime pass. Basically, I heard about it, had a look. It was 1 ETH floor price. Within a few hours, it moved up straight away to 2 ETH, and I was a bit disappointed by that. Nothing you can do though. So for a couple of days, I watched. There was about 12 NFTs at the floor price of about 2 ETH. They were slowly getting bought up. There was about 2 left, and I just said, well, I've either got to get in now or not get in. So I went ahead and bought one. The floor at the moment is still 1.95 ETH. So there's opportunity there if I want to pick up another one. Gotta have a think about that. But basically what it gets is it gets me into the Discord run by Hustle of Crypto Banter. In theory, it will get me into IDOs, and there's also a still to be launched front end where you log in and it tells you Launchpad stats, gaming stats. Not too sure about that one. I'm more in it for the IDOs and for the Discord. Now the Discord is a bit of a mess. There's actually quite a lot of people in there who followed just Hustle's videos. They bought this NFT at the mint price of $250. All power to them, but the Discord's just a mess because they're in there saying, hey, I want to participate in this IDO. When is it? How does it work? They've never, used anything other than MetaMask to buy their NFT. So how do I use Matic? How do I use BNB? It's a bit of a mess. But still, there's a little bit of some good tidbits dropping here and there in that Discord, so it is worth it. In terms of the IDOs, they've run one IDO. It was a private It was a private deal. It's a bit strange. It's very stealth. In there, he's kind of like, hey, don't tell anybody about what it was. No one's allowed to say anything, so no one said anything. There's another race happening tonight. Again, they've said, hey, it's a private thing, keep it quiet. But I'm going to skip tonight's. In theory, once the front end launches, we'll be able to just do the races through the front end, and definitely looking forward to that. Now, what else? Just want to look at Seedify. So Seedify, down here, it was a bottom. The low price here was about 50 cents. Started to move up a little bit, and I said, hey, I'm going to try and get some at 63.15 cents. If that low at 50 cents breaks, then I can kind of reevaluate at that point in time. Since then, obviously, it's just gone way up. And based on this insane price action, I did say, hey, if it goes parabolic here, 440, there's some key resistance there. I'll sell some into the market. Of course, what's happened is Becca, with his 900,000 followers, decided 4 days ago to say, hey, launch pads like Seedify, CityCap, Paid Network, they're going to fly just like the last run. Grab up or squeeze into Launchpad. It's cheap. It's one of the easiest plays there is. Now, if we're in the full-blown bull market and you get a Becca tweet like this, you just immediately buy whatever he says, or things are going to go crazy. We're kind of in the early mid kind of phase of the cycle here. So based on that, I moved my order up a little bit. And then in a video that he just dropped today, he's gone ahead and really spotlighted it in his video. So I have moved my order up to 540. I did intend to buy Seedify to stake and to participate in the IDOs, but it just had such a big run that if they get it to 540, then so be it. You can take what I've got, and that's my assumption that there will be a retrace, just because this is such a fast move and it's just too fast. Could be wrong, could continue on, but that's just one of the risks that I'm willing to take. Paid Network, talked about at the start. I got some buys, 1.2 cents, all in around here. My final buys were at 4 cents, and then really took off. I was had an order at 23 cents because I just said, this is too fast. What happens? In that tweet before, Becca's like, hey, Paid Network. Here he is spotlighting in his video from yesterday, Paid Network. And so price has continued up, got into, I think, just over 30 cents here. I did sell 1/3 of what I owned at 23 cents. And it's just a difficult one to kind of quantify, given where we are in the cycle, given this video has been watched by almost 200,000 people now. Where will price go? There's not much I can do right now. If we do get up into 46 cents, then I will offload a little more. Not that I want to. I mean, this is definitely one of my favorite projects, if not my favorite project. But just in terms of the chart and the price action, it just says to me that you have to, be a little bit sensible here and let some go, because the odds of a retrace are there. What else we got? Just wanted to quickly talk about Beam. I picked some up in the last video, just under 0.009. I picked some up at 0.0085, so just around here. And I wasn't too sure about it, mainly because it was Merit Circle before and they rebranded to Beam. However, what I can say is that I've done some research on Beam in the last fortnight or so, and it's looking really good. There's a lot of games with some excellent white papers that have chosen Beam to build on and will be launching on Beam. And so based on that, I'm not necessarily looking to add to my position here, but I'm definitely very happy with my position, and I think it's going to be one of the big winners from this cycle potentially. I look at Bitcoin. Obviously, it's really been going gangbusters here into this ETF, with this ETF narrative. So what I'm thinking is, and it's just a prediction, anything could happen really, but what I'm thinking is it makes sense for this to continue into Christmas. Like 50,000 round number, it's a nice number. It's definitely, in my mind, psychological resistance. It is a number that you kind of do want to hit, and then it's very hard to get through that. And that would line up quite nicely, because this whole chart says to me a couple of things. There's a the main thing out there right now is, hey, there's 90% chance that this ETF is going to be approved on January 10th next year. The chart doesn't really say that to me. The chart more says it's going to get denied. That's just how I'm reading it. Anything can happen, of course, but you have to think January 10th. This is Cathie Wood's ARK Invest spot ETF final decision. There's another one. I'm sure it's an important company, but for me, I'm just focused on the Cathie Wood play. But Cathie Wood is selling all of her, well, not all, but she's been offloading Coinbase shares as we continue to go up here. That doesn't really say, hey, this ETF is going to be approved. This kind of says it's not going to be approved. I'm offloading my Coinbase stock. We're going to get Coinbase retraced, and then I can rebuy it. I might be overanalyzing a little bit too much here, but it just nothing lines up properly for me here. And so, what seems more likely from this chart to me is that we'll rally into Christmas, then we're going to get a lot of indecision. I will make a video in 2 weeks' time to talk about how I'm going to play that, because on the one hand, I need to protect my capital in case if it's rejected. On the other hand, I need to have some skin in the game in case if it's approved. So I need that upside potential as well. But really, this chart to me says, hey, good chance we get denied on January 10th, because the SEC can come up with anything, any minor technicality they can come up with, and then BlackRock in March, they can approve it then. That's kind of what everything looks like to me. Obviously, I have no idea, but, it's just a prediction. Looking at ETH, in the last video, I kind of said, hey, look, this is just a really, really solid base. It's super bullish. We've just continued up from here. 2,500 is a nice round number. It's psychological resistance. Of course, we could shoot up further here, but a rally into 2,500 into Christmas makes a lot of sense to me. And from there, it's kind of anyone's guess. Probably a lot of volatility as we get into this ETF decision. So in terms of 2-week plan, generally speaking, I'm looking to hold into Christmas. However, I will take profit on vertical charts. We saw it with paid. You can see my plans with Seedify. If other things go parabolic, vertical charts, I will play it safe and try and book some profits. However, I will be trying to pick up any trending altcoins. Particularly, I've really missed the Sol ecosystem plays. I did get a Dripped airdrop, quite a small airdrop, but that's about it. I haven't been into Sol for quite a while. I did load up my Phantom wallet the other day just to look for my airdrop, but other than that, it's been a while. So certainly on the lookout for those. And of course, I'm monitoring price action carefully, because all it takes is one little person with, a reasonable reputation to say, I think this is going to get denied, for this market to nuke. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm aiming to be back in another fortnight's time. So until then, let's always be looking for an edge. Take care until next time, and thanks for watching the $100,000 Crypto Challenge.